It's Derby weekend as Absa Premiership giants Orlando Pirates and Kaizer Chiefs do battle. The world comes to a standstill, they say. Families are divided, homes are divided, relationships are on pause. Banele, what can we
Especially my relationship. I'm just joking, man. Yeah, obviously the continent comes into a standstill here, the biggest game. And I mean, it's been a very, very long time since these two met in such a game that has so much significance.
So much meaning, yeah.
So usually maybe you'd find the Pirates down and out, Chiefs down and out, but now both teams are well and truly in the title race.
Is this the best we've seen both teams in the last 5 years or so?
Yeah, definitely. Both teams, definitely.
And what can we expect from both coaches? We know two German coaches, they've never faced each other in the Absa Premiership. What can we expect there?
Hey, look, it's a tricky one. I mean, Soweto Derby is always tricky. Form goes out the window. And if I'm not mistaken, I think Chiefs were worse than they are last season when they played the second leg, and Pirates were better than they are right now, but it was still a draw. So that shows Uti Soweto Derby, anything can happen. And then at the beginning of the season, Chiefs were high flying, Pirates were down and out, but they still forced the game to extra time. So form does go out the window in games like this. There's a lot of pressure on the players.
In terms of big match plays, I mean, from a Kaizer Chiefs perspective, who can we see as a standout player from their side?
Well, look, I mean, from the defense, Cardoso has scored in the last 3 derbies, though it was penalties, but he's given stellar performances. Castro also has been scoring in these Soweto derbies. A player like Loch loves the Soweto derby. So it is a kind of like 50-50. Mango also, I mean, he's taken his toll, scored in both the Soweto derbies this season. So it's more like a 50-50 game for me. I think, it's going to be an interesting one.
Before we move on to the El Clasico that's also taking place this weekend, let's get your Soweto Derby predictions. Putting you on the spot here. Chiefs or Pirates?
It's a tough one.
Please don't say draw.
If I'm a betting person, I'd take both teams to score. I think that one is a bank. I mean, Chiefs are very dangerous aerially. Pirates are weak on the edge. Chiefs are very slow. Pirates are very quick and creative. So we're bound to see goals. But if I'm forced to take a win, I think nobody has any right to back Chiefs at the current form. So yeah, the state they are in, I'd go with the informed team and take Orlando Pirates.
Is it because of Chiefs, or can you just not back against Pirates under Zinnbauer?
I think for now we can't. We don't have any reason to back against Pirates under Zinnbauer, unless the fact, of course, that he hasn't really done that much against big teams. He's played 2, won 1 and drawn 1 in regulation time. So yeah, but I think Pirates are the informed team. I'll go with them at 15-10.
Moving abroad to arguably the biggest fixture known to football, El Clasico. Real Madrid host Barcelona. What can we expect here?
Yeah, before, I mean, this fixture used to have all the stars, all the Ballon d'Or candidates, Ronaldo versus Messi. If you remember back in the days, your Zidanes, your Figos. But right now, I think there's been a dip in quality. I mean, the players, if you look at both teams, they don't have those standout players anymore. It's just good players. Before it was great players. Yes, it's still good players. Your Ramos, your Cruzes, but it's not like before where it was Ronaldo, Messi, Ronaldinho, kind of like. So that's why the game, I mean, it doesn't carry that much weight anymore. I
mean, even from some of the good players, I mean, well, the very good players, Luis Suarez, Eden Hazard, they both out injured. I mean, is it left for Messi to shine on his own now?
Yeah, it's like Messi versus your Vinicius and all these Rodrigo's,
Isco,
Mendy's and left back, so Isco's, those are good players, but usually this game has like quality.
The best of the best.
So yeah, I'd go with another draw here, back-to-back draws.
Back-to-back draws. You heard it here from Banele first. Let us know what you think. Leave your comments below and remember to hit that subscribe button. For more soccer betting tips and previews, get the latest copy of Soccer Betting News for only 10 Rand at your nearest Hollywood Bets branch or news agents.